What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I'm Antoine.
And I am surprised. That was high. I'm still James.
And we have an epic review for y'all today. We are reviewing Hawkeye episode 3.
4? 3? Which is it?
Forget. It was episode 3, yeah. No,
Sure.
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of those.
Episode 4 of Hawkeye, and we're finally getting somewhere. You know what? Because the first episode was 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Right.
it is episode 4. Okay, so Hawkeye episode 4. The last time we checked in on our heroes,
They had hacked into Kate's mom's computer,
now we're getting somewhere.
and Hawkeye was at sword point.
Yes, that's where it ended. It. So now we get a little bit of the swordsman. I looked them up, which I didn't really look them up. It popped up because I got like some people I'm subscribed to that do like comic characters and stuff.
Mm.
And since this is a thing, I mean, since they bringing in characters, they kind of did a little story bio on him or whatever, the swordsman. And yeah, he's whack.
Pretty much.
No, he cool. He was just in the circus.
Yeah. Well, it was a criminal circus.
Whatever. Yeah, right. It was in a circus where Hawkeye came from.
Yeah, so like he was one of the Hawkeye's teachers in the comics.
Right. So I guess he's pretty good with a sword or whatever. I don't know if it's just fencing. Maybe he can use all other kind of sword styles.
More or less. He's
cool.
just generally really good with a sword. They never go into like he knows this sword style. It's just like dude's good with swords.
What's the sword dude name in One Punch Man?
Atomic Samurai?
No, not him. He's cool, but it's one. He's like a B-level guy. He's kind of like a fencer.
The guy with the mustache.
Yeah, what's his name? He had
man.
a funny name.
God,
I have to think of him.
I can't remember what his name was.
But anyway, so you can be cool with a sword.
Yes, you can.
Well, you know what? Yeah, it's some sword heroes. I mean, you got samurai like Ronan Kenshin or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you can be a badass with a sword. So
but it's like it's one of those things like when your whole gimmick is I use a specific weapon, and then it's like it's like you have to get right up on somebody to use it, and you have no powers.
Well, I mean, the sword is the power. I mean, if you can use it so dope.
I'm just saying, it's like it's one of those things where it's like,
well, who is Hawkeye?
No, that's what I'm getting at. It's like it's a really cool talent to have.
Yeah.
But then when all you can say is, "I'm really good at this thing." Okay, well, Iron Man has a robo suit, and Spider-Man is super strong, fast, and all this other stuff. And your thing is, you got a weapon. Why didn't we just call the cops?
Excuse me, everybody didn't get bit by a radioactive spider. Or a super genius that can build an armored suit.
But I'm just saying, it's like because the thing that Hawkeye always got when Avengers first came out. So we got the God and the super soldier.
Yeah, they called him like a super assassin or something.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But
so in the episode, what happened?
So Hawkeye meets the parents.
Yeah. So they had that little scene there. Where basically he's like, oh, she working with me.
Yeah.
This is a temporary partnership.
Jeremy
blah, blah, blah.
Renner is so awkward.
He don't seem like he want to be there. And I know that's kind of the character, but it's coming off so bad that they have no chemistry. It's almost like he really hates this girl.
Yes, because like it feels like Jeremy Renner doesn't want to be here. It doesn't feel like Hawkeye. It feels like Jeremy Renner doesn't want to be here, and that's coming through the performance.
Yeah, it's like, I know they say, you got to be slightly annoyed, but then you start liking her after a while. I ain't seen him come around yet. He really do not like this girl.
Begrudgingly respects that she can shoot an arrow. That's as far as
he seems like he don't even want to say that.
Yeah, like it causes him physical pain to admit it. So we have the meet the parents moment. The mom tells him she doesn't want her daughter involved in that.
Well, she should, because I'm like, wait a minute, my daughter, she ain't no superhero. You fighting people and you could be getting killed every day. Yeah. Why would you be taking my kid with you?
And then he straight up just says, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. And he kind of didn't really take her.
He wasn't like really, and that's the thing. He doesn't listen.
He
to
was
people.
right now. Maybe because he can't hear him. Because I'm looking like she telling him like, look, you face death every day.
It's like, look, I get you. This is your life.
Right.
She's just a kid, man.
Right.
Leave her out of it.
She's 22. Yeah, she pretty same thing.
Same thing.
No.
It's like, but and then he's just like, respect that. But no.
Right. It's like, damn, you just kind of dismissed what she was saying.
It's like, and he was going to leave her behind until somebody told him to leave her behind.
Right. All right, so they figured out that what's the sword guy?
Jack
DeCane.
Jack DeCane.
Right. They found out that he's actually dirty or whatever, and something's going on there. So they had a little investigation work. It's the whole thing. Is he's trying? What is he? Why is they working together?
So Hawkeye wants to get. So he's gotten the Ronin suit back, but there's this watch that he needs to get back. I don't know what the deal is with the watch.
So he got the sword.
He got the sword and he's got the suit, but now he has to get the watch.
Okay.
They and in the meantime, Kate is the one trying to do all the investigation, and they found out Jack is running a front company for the tracksuit mafia.
Right.
And so that's keeping them embroiled with them.
Right.
And so then they got to hunt down this watch. Come to find out, it's in the apartment of what's her name?
The Deaf Echo.
Echo. That's it.
Oh, so she had the watch.
She had the watch.
So that was her place.
Yeah.
Okay, what happened in between that?
I have no clue.
I'm thinking about that beginning
because I feel like
and the end. I'm trying to think what happened in between.
I have no clue what happened in between those two moments. They got back in touch with the LARPers so that they could get the trick arrows back because they were being held by the cops.
Oh, okay, that's right. Which are pretty much cosplay people, or
like firefighters and cops that do live action role play.
Yeah, role playing,
dress up as elves and orcs and stuff.
Yeah.
in Central Park.
Your thing.
It's a step beyond my thing. To be fair,
would you do it if you get invited?
No disrespect to LARPers.
Is that what they're officially called?
Yeah, live action role play LARP. I'm more of a D&D guy. Respect.
Would you go if you get invited?
It depends on who invite me.
We got a suit already made for you.
I'm gonna need to see that suit before I say anything.
I gotta get paid. Like I do it as a job. So you pay me. I'm sure they got extras that they pay.
Oh yeah, for sure. But anyways,
man, y'all love this way too much, man.
Yeah. I can't hang with that level of dedication. But yeah, so they do that. But I'm like, something else had. Hawkeye tries to get Echo's number 2 to convince her to step down.
Oh yeah.
And of course that goes nowhere.
He's like, hey, can I have my gun back? That cracked me up when he did that, man.
He just.
But it's just the fact that how you gonna ask for your gun back?
Yeah.
Like,
but like, you know what? That fits the way they built up the tracksuit mafia, though. It's like it's kind of like mobsters on like a daytime show. You know, it's like, or like what was that show, Castle? You know, where it's like nothing is ever really all that serious. Right, so it's like stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean they call it the tracksuit mafia. How serious can you take them?
Right.
But no. So leading up to the end, I mean, that's mostly they did show Hawkeye vulnerable because he was like, I guess he was sore. Yeah. So he took all these
frozen mixers.
Yeah, and those are actually pretty good. You ever had one of them?
Yeah.
You know what they taste like? Taste like snow cone juice with a little alcohol in it.
They do. They also make great ice packs.
Yeah. So he had those on. I was like, they must be.
They really want you to know that he's old and busted.
No, they trying to sell those.
Probably that too. You got a point. And of course they keep him Pizza Dog front and center.
Yeah. What's his name?
Pizza Dog.
That's what they call him?
Yeah.
Okay.
His name is Lucky, but they call him Pizza Dog.
Okay, so anyway, they did some investigation. So like we said, it led them to that apartment.
Yeah. And
that's where we got a surprise moment. He got attacked by a mysterious assassin. We don't know who this is. We will reveal that in a minute.
Yeah.
And
so
also,
he's thinking he's fighting Echo.
Right. So they did a scene where, okay, this is the plan. This is what I'm going to need you to do, and next thing you know, She already there.
Yeah. Well, of course, the
No,
second
the plan was he was gonna go.
he was gonna go,
and she was gonna be
and
the lookout.
She decided she was gonna. She did what she does, which is
Go
charge
before
in
he was
line.
done talking, and
Yeah.
so like, well, I said I was gonna be the lookout. I was like, okay, this is the formula here. That's supposed to be funny or whatever. It's
Yeah.
cool, whatever.
It was like the second they kept zooming in closer and closer on him, they kept tightening on him and never showed her after a certain point. It's like she's gonna do some dumb kid shit and go off on her own.
Which we already knew.
We already knew.
These
It's her
shows,
character.
these shows kind of play off like that, where it's lighthearted. You fighting crime. Excuse me, you fighting crime. You putting your, but it's lighthearted things like that. And that's why I said this is just like Arrow or something.
Arrow, yeah. Like, because what I would have wanted this to be is in the same vein as the Netflix shows.
Yeah, no.
But they ain't doing that. This is some Disney.
That Netflix show, you'll get your ass. She'll get killed.
Yeah. Like
if it was like Daredevil
if nothing
or
else, she'd have
Luke Cage.
had an arrow go through her kidney by now.
Yeah. But yeah. So she go to the apartment to get the watch or whatever, and Echo show up, and so now she got to fight her.
Yeah.
And then while she's fighting her, Hawkeye's on the roof fighting somebody. He's like, "I'm fighting Echo." Like you said, we don't know who it is, but it's very clear it's a skilled assassin.
Very.
And I guess we just talk about the
And
reveal.
then
So
both fights kind of meet in the middle.
right.
You find out that Echo is not affiliated with the person fighting Hawkeye.
Right, because I'm like, why are they fighting each other? Like, who fighting who?
Yeah.
At this point, I'd be like, okay, it's
a
my
free-for-all.
cue to skidoo.
Yeah.
I'd be getting the hell up out of there while they fight each other.
But look, while y'all work that out, I'm out. And so then we finally get the reveal.
It's, what's her name?
Yelena.
Belova.
Yeah.
Whatever. Which is from the Black Widow movie. If anybody's seen, that's Black Widow's sister.
And for the folks who have seen that movie, the after credit scene shows that
Right, she told
she
her
was told that
Hawkeye was the one who
that
killed her sister.
Yeah.
And so now she's going to have an obsession with trying to kill Hawkeye through this whole show.
Yeah.
I guess. So, are they building up this new Avengers with all these characters they're introducing?
Yeah.
Kate Bishop, Yelena Belova.
So like they've got a Dark Avengers type thing going on. So you got what's his name from Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Right, which they didn't give him nothing.
He got
what's his name? His grandson.
no,
Battlestar
not
grandson?
him, not him. I'm talking about the Captain America replacement.
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. Him and Yelena are supposed to be on the team being set up by Madam Hydra.
That's right, because they both working for her.
So like Kate and
I'll be on board to see something like that.
so like they're setting up two teams with this. So they're working on setting up the Dark Avengers. I think that's what they're called. And they're also setting up the Young Avengers.
Okay. Which it's gonna be so far down the line that he ain't gonna be that young. But
It's very much a who friggin' cares. But
well, I mean, they could have something cool with this Dark Avengers. Now
Yeah.
it's got to stay on Disney Plus.
it's going to be 20-year-old Avengers.
It's got to stay on Disney Plus,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be like Agents of Shield almost.
Yeah, but maybe
They got a little power though.
maybe they'll actually know what they want to do with the series.
Right.
Because that was
Because-
Agents of Shield's problem. They didn't know what they were
and
writing.
so, you know what? If they could make a series and do one good season and wrap it up and don't leave, because they leave things open just so they can have the next season, next season, and you don't get no closure. And what they was doing, the mistakes they made on the Netflix, they'll wrap it up in one season, and then they just go back to where they was just so they can have another season.
Yeah. So like, I think if they just like make this stuff, like give it a close ending, nice tight storyline, they'll be fine. But we'll see when we get there.
Yeah. And so this show in particular, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now I'm figuring it's gonna be the tone of this show is gonna be the tone of that new Avengers show, Young Avengers or whatever, which is okay.
Plucky.
Right, and it's okay because it's for a different audience, right?
Yeah.
So they trying to tap into that CW type audience.
Yeah.
With this stuff.
this would do numbers on CW.
Right, but they want to get that demographic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they can get that demographic with this kind of comedy and this kind of stuff. But the problem is, this is the problem.
Mm-hmm.
you are taking a property that has this kind of demographic and you making it for that kind of demographic.
Yeah.
And you slowly trying to scooch it over to there. And what are you doing with the people like us?
Well, we're fossils.
It's like, wait a minute, this is our stuff. You already got your stuff.
Well, it's like every time they make some huge change to the status quo, and then it's like the people who didn't even give a damn about this stuff was like, hey, look, that stuff is normal now, bro. You need to get you weren't even in the room.
I know. The people that went in the room got an opinion.
Yeah. It's like, you weren't even, where was you in 95 when Captain America had pecs the size of G cups, goddammit? I didn't hear your voice then.
So, right.
Goddamn Rob Liefeld. But yeah, so it's like there's this weird thing where it's like they're not making comic book affiliated properties for people that read comic books anymore.
I know.
They're trying
exactly.
to like
tap other demographics.
Yeah, and it feels weird to me to not at least keep one foot in that world because that's where you came from.
Can we keep the movies at least?
Something.
I think we're gonna keep the movies, and then they're gonna keep the shows light and the movies.
And I'm okay with that. If that's how they want to do it, I'm okay with that. Just let me know off rip, like because this show
They ain't gonna let you know. Just gonna.
This show especially is a weird one because it's so clearly ripped from a specific comic.
Yeah.
But it doesn't quite feel like you're reading a comic. It feels like you're watching a CW show.
Right. So
and I don't know if that's. I don't know if that was just a choice or if that was something unavoidable in this kind of
I think
market.
it's a choice because they're trying to get the other demographic because that's more. They get more money from that. They get to get all them people because if they get the CW like demographic, they're gonna get more subscriptions for the Disney Plus.
Yeah.
They're gonna get all the teenage girls and the soccer moms and all that for that demographic and then they's like, okay, but my thing is like, okay, what DC did, right? Mm-hmm. They clearly established this is another universe.
Yeah.
The movies universe is a different universe. Now they kind of dropped the Snyderverse, but if they were to stay going with that, it'd have been the Snyderverse is the movies, the CW is the
shows.
TV show is a different universe. So cool. Now I can look forward to whatever they got going on with the Snyderverse or DC superhero movies or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they can continue make more and more stuff with the CW because they already got their audience and they got their demographic. But when you try to blend them,
because I used to be on
that's
the
a
other
problem.
side of that. I used to be on the other side of that because I used to think it was really cool that all the Marvel shows were a part of the MCU. But now, like, I've seen so many.
It was closer to the tone, though.
It was closer to the tone, but then
actually had a darker tone.
Yeah, but then every time you miss, you have to keep it.
Yep, you're right.
That's the problem.
You're right.
Finn Jones is Iron
100
Fist
right there. You 100.
Well, until Disney acquired all that, because technically the Netflix shows aren't canon anymore, and neither is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But
they can keep that one.
But like.
I'll take the Daredevil and Luke Cage. So those good.
Daredevil is going to be to some extent canon again, but it hurt me that I had to just accept that Finn Jones was Iron Fist. It's like I'm not a big Iron Fist fan.
Right.
But in that universe,
they knew they messed that up.
Yeah, but in
that might have cost them their whole Netflix universe.
It might have.
They might have said, "We got to drop this whole thing."
Look, we can't keep this mug. Like we got to get rid of it. But like, so I'm actually really appreciative of DC basically saying all that CW stuff, that's its own thing.
That's a whole nother universe.
That's a whole nother thing. If we didn't tell you it was in the movie, it ain't in the movie, cuz.
And they was trying to do that with DC once they, stopped the Snyderverse and all this and messed up Wonder Woman and made Shazam. So they tried to go that light tone to be goofy and stuff.
I'd even say I'd more appreciate if on both sides they just went with a really loose continuity. It's like if we didn't say it happened, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
If we want this character to interact with this version of the character, we will. If we don't, we won't.
Yeah. So right here, the Hawkeye show, to stay on topic. it looks okay, but it looks CW-ish,
Yeah.
and it's staying in that
Like,
realm, and I'm cool with it.
It's cool.
It's just the fact that I see this is the direction they want to go with the Disney Plus,
Yeah.
and it's okay.
Yeah.
But I would like them to establish this is a universe over here,
You know, like,
and this ain't messing with the movie universe.
Yeah. I'd
But
appreciate
then
it.
Marvel is a little lighter tone in their universe anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
Because, like you said, the Netflix stuff was darker than the MCU stuff had been
Yeah.
up until that point. And
they want to keep it lighter.
I think even still so far, the darkest of the MCU shows is
They can't bring
WandaVision.
over those to Disney Plus because
It's,
it won't mess with what they already doing.
Right.
There's nothing on there is rated R.
Yeah.
And I'm looking like that's why I'm just kind of pissed that the
Because,
Snyderverse got
like
kind of canceled because
Yeah.
I'm looking like
It would have been.
I'm appreciating that way more now.
Because it would have been. It was a great proving ground for that idea.
Right, despite the flaws they had in BVS and Man of Steel, the universe was good and the ideas was good.
Yeah.
And if they would have kept going, it could have got better.
Because like
Now look what we got.
Because like now, like, even if you wanted to use some of that Netflix stuff, like John Bernthal would be willing to come back to play Punisher, but he
Yeah.
wont do it if it's PG-13. He'll only do it if it's rated R.
He can't.
He can't.
The way they set
You
that
can't-
character
You
up.
can't use him. How can you use a PG-13 Punisher?
Right.
Like he just be walking
Shoot
around.
people with darts.
Yeah.
You shoot people with knockout darts. I don't use lethal
Like,
weapons.
he goes from being Punisher to being the disciplinarian, whacking people with the knuckles with rulers.
All right, man, we're going to wrap up, dude. That is our review for episode 4 of Hawkeye. I don't know how much the episode we
I don't know.
talked
Yeah,
about.
I don't know how much of the because like
we got other problems,
We
okay?
got other
we got other
problems,
problems with the DC, with the MCU.
look, there wasn't much to the episode. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Right, it was just the beginning and the end was good. The rest of it was like, it was a blank.
Filler.
But okay, so we're gonna be out of here. Thanks for checking out the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you like our content, and don't forget hit that bell icon so when we post new videos, you can get the alerts anytime we post new videos or if we live stream.
And don't forget, if you like what you've seen here today, hit that thumbs up down below. And feel free, as always, to drop a comment down below. I'm curious, if you had to pick anything from either Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or the Netflix shows to come back, other than Daredevil, because he's already coming back, what would it be?
Yeah, I say take what they did with Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage, and learn from that.
Yeah.
You know.
Take what you can from that, yeah.
All right, y'all. We out here.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.